Your skills are inferior.
Hello guys, my name is Nozazaki, and I don't think you can understand how happy I am right now, okay? Obviously you can tell by the better audio quality that I got my new mic. It's not finally I got my new mic. I told you last week, but it was waiting for it was just so painful, but it finally came in the mail on Friday, and obviously I'm using it now. And okay, it's not just straight up a mic, it's a headset, but okay, the way it worked with the old mic was I would have to like hold it in front of my mouth while I talked, and for 15 minutes, you want me to hold a mic in front of my mouth and say words? Like, you're hurting my jaw and my arm. That's not fair, but that's essentially the story with the mic. So the story with the game is okay. Normally, I would say, this game, not that great, you know, why do I want to upload it? As I get this gentleman here, and I get this guy in the spawn, eventually. Just, the way I burst with the M16, it's just, I could definitely go for longer bursts with it, and I really wish I would. I mean, with some of the guns, obviously you can't, like the AEK, you literally need to burst this slow. But, okay, see here where I just lay down on the trigger? That's what I want to do more. And look at all the guys coming out of the spawn, and wait for it. One guy in the leg as he runs away, and one guy in the body. You read that right. That is a double kill, and that's excluding the guy I was telling earlier. So that is 3 kills, and there's the 4th one. Just so many kills. I don't even know why nobody's shooting me. Nobody's shooting me. Okay, but oh boy, I just lost my train of thought so hard. It'll come back eventually. All right. Oh, here it is. Okay, the game is very, very goofy. Normally, I would say this game, I don't really need to upload it, but it's the last base on Sharky. Sharky is a great rush map, if you ask me, because it's very wide open, but it's not hard to defend because it's wide open. The MCOMs are very centered, so the attackers can just flank around like crazy or have a very straightforward effort. And I think it's a great map. It's one of my favorite maps to play on. In fact, it might even be my favorite, I'm not going to lie. But okay, the reason I'm uploading this game, what is the tank doing in there? I didn't notice that until right now. What is the tank doing in the building? Oh god. Okay, if I can ever finish this train of thought. This last base on Sharky can pose a real problem. And it does in this game, because it's the world's biggest choke point. You think there's a bigger choke point? Like, it's just a room that's not on ground level, and there's literally one, I guess if you count the windows, 2 entrances, and that's it. It's really hard to attack and really easy to defend, if you ask me, and it can pose a real threat. And I mean, based off the last 2 bases, I kind of thought we'd be able to get it as a cinch, because sometimes, you know, it can be really easy to take this base because teams don't know what they're doing, and I thought that was the case of what we had here. I thought our team was just genuinely that good, but their team was also that bad, and me and Badger both terrorizing the spawn. I mean, it's just so great, and he and I both know what we're doing. He and I, you know, we're veteran Battlefield players. I wouldn't say like I'm an expert, but we played this game long enough to know what we're doing, lurking over the spawn. And I mean, we've already gotten the plant on A. And come here, Carl. Oh, it's not mine. And I get snippered from all the way over there. But then Badger and I kit switch, and he was using the Asphalt. And okay, the Asphalt is definitely a different feel from the M16. But then again, it's not. And you saw the guy running away, and ring around the rosy. Longest game of catch, keep away. I don't even know. Like, I guess he stole like my potatoes, and I'm very, very hungry and want to eat said potatoes, or not potatoes, tater tots. And I jump down and I find him again, and got him. kind of wanted to take his sandwich there, but there's no need to risk it on a guy like that. Especially, he dropped me to half health with one burst from his Raffica, so that's even a little bit scary. But I go back up to the roof thinking this is just going to be hunky-dory. Is it hunky-dory or honky-dory? It is hunky-dory. I remember. Hunky-dory definitely, but I thought it'd be hunky-dory all over again. Wonderful aim by myself. I think... No, I don't even get him. Like, I'm going to switch to the Magnum and just one-shot him. Yeah, bro. No. No, and finally I say, I'm an idiot. I'm just going to reload this. And why do people do this? It's how I get kills with guns that you probably shouldn't at range. Like, okay, the Asphalt definitely is capable from this range, but when people just run and go prone like that because you hit them 1 or 2 times, why do you do that? Bunny hop away. The bunny hopping is what I tend to do, and I thought that was the dead guy for half a second there, but no, it's a snipper come back to get us again. And just this spawn, like, it's not a bad spawn either. And there you see, nothing is hunky-dory when an engineer with a small... I don't want to say it's a catfish tactic because I do it myself. And it's essentially giving the engineer kit any possibility at range. I think that is the snipper who got me just a moment ago before when Badger and I kit switched. And that's why the Asphalt is so dandy. It's got higher damage than most assault rifles at range. It's very, very dandy at that range. And okay, I realize I'm down to 20 bullets. I need to take this guy's kit, and look at this catfish's kit. It's an MP7, and I'm like, well, maybe I can make the pistol work. It's the Rex. I would rather have the Magnum. I don't know why I don't go back and just pick up Badger's kit once again and just at least try and use the Magnum. But I figure we're shutting down the spawn, and we're just not taking this MCOM yet. So obviously I need to go. And 15-1 to start. Like, I was legitimately thinking there's a chance I'm going to upload this. It goes south so bad, but it's the way the game happens. It needed to be uploaded. You will understand. And not gonna. My aim is just so wonderful. Get a suppression and then come back for seconds, and you can burst that MP7 from so far away. Like, I'm really conservative with my bursts in a lot of cases, and as I cut away here. And I get this gentleman right here. What are you doing, sir? I don't even know, but okay. You can burst the MP7 at from so far away from the hip. Like, okay, the reticle gets much bigger the longer you sustain fire, but you can like 5-round burst the MP7 pretty far. And why is it I have to take out that guy? Why? Like, I have 2 teammates, and why is it I have to take out him? And I thought I was gonna have to take out him again, but we get him. But okay, it becomes very apparent here very shortly, and I thought that was a guy for half a second. Like, those moments where it's like, what? Did he not notice me and I didn't notice him? One of those. But I don't know if you guys can see it. The quality on the video is obviously a little low, but there are so many Doritos in that MCOM, and I try and get him and I get shot in the back. But at this point I realized, okay, there are just so many guys in there, and you know, the time to kill isn't gonna. I don't have time to just sit there and, you know, shoot them to death. And the M6, it's not that the M16 has a bad time to kill. It's just, it's not good at getting damage to all the people. So I switch it up to the USAS with frag rounds. Now you're probably saying, what? What are you doing? This gun was definitely nerfed and is now garbage. Well, here's the thing. I have found a legitimate use for this gun, and this is why I'm uploading the game. On offense on this game, it's very... The USAS with frag rounds, in fact, frag rounds in general are very good for clearing them out. Like, that's why they're all throwing grenades. But as you can see there with that kill, like, splash damage in these enclosed spaces is just so great. Like, you don't need to aim that well. Not to say, like, you can just noob kill everyone. But look at all the grenades there. Look at the fuster cluck of grenades. Like, there was 5 grenades, and I just said I do not want to be here. And I'm gonna teach you a ninja trick about how to get down onto that MCOM on this. I'm just teaching you all these helpful hints and tricks about this specific MCOM. We go through every single tactic I've ever learned to get this MCOM, and eventually we get it. But okay, you can just jump down from the roof and parachute down. Isn't that awesome? But why I'm using frag rounds right there. I mean, I guess an M16 would have a faster time to kill, but right, this gentleman, and Right here. Right here. That's why frag rounds. That's why frag rounds. It's so easy to get those guys. Like with an M16 or something, you can really funk it up. And in that situation, we'd already cleared out most of it. And okay, this is how you play defense on this map. You stay up here and you frag round down, and I'm a giant idiot. It's the uber Carl moment. I saw the 2 dead bodies and I'm like, those my friends, I gotta revive them. And I'm gonna learn from that mistake right now. Do not go for revives when you're the backbone of your defense. Like, I could have just stayed up on those stairs and shot them in the face, and that would have been the game, and 22-5 would have been the final, but I don't, and they put up a hell of a fight from here on out. As you might have noticed by now, this is a 200% ticket lobby, and normally when I'm in a 200% ticket lobby, I consider it, alright, I try and get the moral victory of beating the team, and I'm trying to frag round into there. I have gotten kills from this range. Frag rounds are somewhat ridiculous in their splash damage, but then again, they're so bad at everything else, and oh dear God, just... Okay, so as you can see right there, the USAS just isn't going to cut it, at least not with frag rounds. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the M16 and hold that thought. Just hold that thought for a second, all right, brah? All right, just hold that thought, because I see Carl over here, and I wanted his sandwich, but he just runs away too fast, and finally I'm just going to shoot him in the ass as he runs away, but that is SSM Brozes or Brazes. I'm not quite sure. That is the gentleman who snippered me earlier. So obviously that's worked out in my favor, at least. And why am I even trying from that range when there's a Russian support right in front of me? And look at this. Look at this. Okay, my cloth monster gets destroyed. And I finally get that guy. And okay, I saw the reload animation commence, so I thought it was done, but I never actually checked the number. I'm out of bullets, but it's not like it matters, because Thundercat 06 gets me in the anus, and that's just awesome. But alright, to make it up to you for me not assassinating and taking Thundercat 06's sandwich. You remember that MP7 I picked up earlier? This is the catfish who's using it. He goes for the Cloth Monster sandwich and give me your sandwich, dog. Oh yeah, that's nice. I mean, I instantly knew it was the guy who was MP7ing, but that is all that I'm going to show from there. I mean, I'm literally having to trim this down a lot, because I think you see at the end here, this was a long game. Like, 200% rush, and they actually hold for a while, can take a long time, and this is the one thing frag rounds does better than any other round, I think, that a shotgun can carry. It's the only true place for it, I guess, besides this base and really indoor kind of battles, that trying to get them at range, you can just splash damage them. And they're also very suppressive too, but I mean, as you can see here, getting slaughtered by Fustercluck explosions. I didn't drop the F-bomb, bro. I didn't do that. Just look at the grenades. Just nothing but grenades. And I'm going to throw one back. Yeah, it's not like anyone else on my team hasn't tried that. But eventually I get the balls and I jump out here. And I thought that was not one of my friendlies. Right there. I don't know why. And they've got like a Mav in there. But as you can see, just getting splash damage on them. Suppressing, weakening, just trying to help my team at all. And there it is. That's the final tactic you have on Sharky Peninsula. It's land the little bird right there, and you can actually look over the defensive team spawn from right here. I try it with an USAS with frags, and oh boy, look at them all spawn. We forced them all out. Look at them all spawn, but suppression not enough. Not gonna happen. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. I'm so mad, though. You forced me out my building, though. I'm gonna pull out my knife. I got you. So as you can see, I believe it was 22-5 was originally what it would have been if I didn't make the Carl mistake a long time ago. and I end up going 31, and I think that's 12 is your final because I did die there at the end. And 53-minute game. It was almost an hour. And it's not even like their team was decisively better than us. And I think to win on defense, your team does have to be decisively better than offense, unless it's on certain maps. And this is one of those maps where I think their team maybe not was as good as us, but was remotely close to us in skill. And so they were able to hold us off for a while at least, but thank God for 200% tickets. I mean, if I didn't make the Carl mistake there, and I just keep kicking myself over. Why did I go for the revive? Please tell me if I ever do that in a video after this, because I will just repeatedly kick myself. I don't care about those revives. All I care about is getting MCOMs. I'm sorry, like my KD can be absolute garbage. As long as my team gets the win, that is all I care about. So please tell me if I ever do that again. Just I never want that to happen again where I have to lean on double tickets, but okay. So oh my god, I just love this mic, but okay, for your bonus clip. Actually, okay, since the video was so short, I'm gonna have multiple bonus clips, and I'm not entirely decided on what I'm gonna show you. I guess I will show you. Okay, I tell you what, I will show you a clip of me carrying a team on Metro, like a team of complete Carls. Like, okay, it might not seem like I'm carrying the team at first, but please keep in mind this was a team of Carls that just absolutely wouldn't push up. And you know, when a team won't push up and all of a sudden you just say, we're going up into their spawn team, and they'll finally push up the same. And I mean, you can just, I'll let it speak for itself. I think most of the people watching this can understand the glory of what's happened. Like, I'm not trying to say like I'm so great, but that I think you guys will enjoy that. And I think I'll also add another bonus clip of how to assassinate campingsnipers.avi. Okay. It's just a guide to assassinate one of those snipers. I think you'll understand what kind of sniper I mean afterwards. So I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys in a week. Later.